Now recording.
Yo, what up, everybody? Walter from the Enemy Base here. We are live, episode 8 of the Enemy Base podcast. God, did y'all think we were going to hit episode 8? Because I sure as fuck didn't.
All right.
Right? So with me, as always, Dreaded Gamer.
What's goody?
And Irish Savage OOC.
What's up, man?
So before the before we started with the episode, we were talking for a little bit about, you know, disappointing shows, and of course the most disappointing show of all time got brought up, Game of Thrones. And let me tell you, it pains me even today.
You know, on my end, you have no video. Didn't mean to interrupt you, but
I have no video.
It's in his stream.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh no,
gotcha.
mine. Yeah, I do it through my stream.
gotcha. Didn't mean to interrupt you. I just wanted to
No,
let you know
it's
just
cool.
in
It's cool.
case.
It's cool.
Cool.
But yeah, it's a very, very upsetting thing to talk about, and I can almost guarantee you that this is going to be a future episode at some point. It's just like Game of Thrones and or disappointing TV shows that, you know, started out like a fucking ball of fire, and then Game of Thrones did. But however, on today's episode, we are going to be talking about something just slightly less disappointing than the ending of Game of Thrones. And yeah, so Friday, Saturday, and I don't remember about yesterday, but I know definitely Friday and Saturday, Blizzard put out their annual convention, except it's online. So it was this year, it's the 2021 BlizzCon was officially BlizzCon Online. And if you guys ever want a lesson in how to talk to people but not really say a fucking thing, listen to J. Allen Brack, CEO of Blizzard, talk about literally anything. But before we get into that shit show, real quick in chat, my paper chat goes, and I've heard that Attack on Titan is going to be Game of Thrones, to use your verb there. Yes, I don't watch Attack on Titan, but I've heard a lot of people get very scared about how bad the show is going to end up. And the only thing I can really tell you guys is I feel your pain.
How many seasons of that show are out now?
3 or 4?
Okay. I haven't watched past season 1, unfortunately. I need to catch up on it a bit, but
no, you need to watch Dragon Ball. You and your girl need to watch Dragon Ball Z. Just continue watching that. Attack on Titan is going to be there. Dragon Ball is more important. You want to go to that. Keep going. Okay, so it is the 4th season.
4th season, okay.
And final season, by the way. Yeah, this is the final season of Attack on Titan already.
So I must say, from what I know about Attack on Titan, I enjoyed the first season, and I definitely enjoyed the concept of the show. I thought it was very interesting. But like I unfortunately, I kind of just stopped after the first season.
I watched through most of season 1. I got to where Eren and company met Levi out in the woods in his jungle citadel of training to be elite idiots. And I'm gonna be honest, I probably would have liked Attack on Titan more. I probably would have paid more attention to it if the entire show wasn't hyped up to the hype level that it had. Because when it first came out, it was one of those shows that literally every weeaboo friend that I've had, pretty much I'm this guy right above me is one of them. He's one of those weeaboo friends I have.
I ain't an Attack on Titan fan. I've seen like 4 episodes of that show and got bored.
So the first they started the show up like gangbusters, and like literally within 5 minutes of the opening credits ending, which by the way probably one of the most badass anime openings ever this side of Maximum the Hormone, but they after the first episode, it just died for 5 episodes. And then the Titans attacked again. And then it died again. And it's like, it's one of these things where it's like, you're constantly going up and down like this. There's no like steady crescendo to end the season. It's literally like you get your 1 or 2 episodes of action and fighting and all that, and then you go back to 5 episodes of the most boring bullshit.
Yeah, definitely there was some dead parts to it from what I can remember that I was like, all right, we get it. Come on, man. Like, let's get with the program here.
Yeah.
But one thing I do have to say about Game of Thrones, I know everyone and their mother is very like upset about how it ended, but man, the good parts of that show were beyond good. Like, I mean, we've all been watching TV our whole lives, shows, movies, whatever. And I'm going to be honest that, you know, as short and sweet as it was, the episode where Arya killed the Night or the Ice King, whatever his fucking that shit had me jumping off the couch yelling, yeah! Like, I was fucking hyped, dude. And I've never had a show get it to where I'm jumping out of my fucking seat. Being like, yeah! And like that. So like I said, as bad as it was at the end where it crashed and burned, the good parts were damn good.
I'm gonna take a hot take on this one. And while you were jumping up in your couch going, yes, this is great, people like me were watching the TV, watching the episode and going, huh? Fucking Arya? Arya killed the fucking Night King? What the fuck?
And then there was this big thing that everyone thought Jon Snow said when he the very last second before she stabs him, he's yelling at the dragon. Everyone thought he was telling Arya to go. So instead of yelling like just yelling, he was yelling go to like so everyone kind of thought he was distracting the dragon to let her run by. And I was like, ooh, that's kind of interesting. I didn't really think about that, you know.
Yeah, like there were some scenes that were like masterclass in how to tell a story. The Arya's entire arc in Bravos, I think, where she like went blind for the season, like that entire arc from when she left Westeros, went to Bravos, then came back, that arc was a masterclass. I loved it.
Yeah, that was good. And I've heard lots of people that say they want to spin off on that show, like where she goes when she heads west, you know.
I mean, it kind of was it. The problem is, like, you need to have if you're going to do a spinoff, you need to have a spinoff where it goes from, like, you see a character and then a character disappears and then a character comes back. So having that, you would need to have something where, like, Arya's in Westeros. You don't see her give that coin to the boatwright to let her on the ship. If that were to happen, you would just see her just walk away from the Hound, and then you just see her in Bravos, like, staring at the fucking statues out in the water as she's pulling into port. That's where you would pull a fucking like a sideshow,
right?
Like a whole like spinoff. Right. That would be great. Shit. Getting a season where Rickon is in the middle of fuck all nowhere, and then the next time he shows up, he got captured by somebody getting brought to Ramsay Snow. That would have been a good spinoff.
Aren't they making some kind of new Game of Thrones show?
They are. It's actually
it's gonna be a prequel.
It's the Rise of the Targaryens, I believe.
Oh,
like nice. What happened? Like why the Targaryens left Valyria to go to Westeros.
Interesting.
I'm pretty excited about that. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, should be good.
But yeah, it's like there's a lot of fucking shows that just that get me. Like it, and to kind of veer off topic slightly, it's not just the shows themselves that piss me off and they just veer off left. It's how the networks handle the shows. So like in Game of Thrones case, it was definitely you can do whatever you want. So the two showrunners went, okay, well, we're going to do whatever the fuck we want. The reason why seasons 7 and 8 were shorter than the rest of the series, the reason why the quality dipped so much in 7 and 8 was because literally 2 days after that show was over, it came out that they got big Star Wars money to develop a series on Disney Plus for Star Wars. They saw the last season came out, and Disney went, "We good. We're gonna cancel this now." And it was just badly handled. But there are other.
I've always low-key had an issue too with like sequels upon sequels upon sequels. You know what I mean? Like at some point you just gotta let it die. And like fucking Disney's fucking plan of action is like, all right, we're gonna squeeze every drop out of this lemon, then we're gonna rehydrate the lemon, then we're gonna drain it again. Like it's just,
yeah, you see what they talking about? They want to retcon the last 3 and do another 3.
dude. Like,
dude, I want.
Like Land Before Time, perfect example. How many of those were there? Like 38?
Like 30?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, dude. Like,
listen,
Fast and the Furious, 96.
It's so funny. Look, like
fuck,
Land Before Time, all the voice actors were kids. Now they're like full grown adults.
Yeah, bro. Like, just let it die, man. Let it die at some point.
So
just let the goodness end, man. Shit.
Here's the thing. Like, I don't want a, I don't want a retcon for 7, 8, and 9. What I want is let this entire saga just die.
Please, God, yes.
Leave it alone. Stop beating the dead horse. Rey was a terrible main character. Had nothing to do with, like, people can tell me that she's a Skywalker all they want. No, she's a fucking Palpatine. She adopted the last name of Skywalker. She ain't fucking Leia's kid. She ain't Luke's kid. She ain't fucking Han Solo's kid. She ain't fucking with Ben Solo. Like nothing happened there. So sorry. She was a fucking Mary Sue. She had fucking plot armor. Fuck it, just go the fuck away.
I need a trilogy based on Yoda. That's what I want.
No, yeah. Dude, I want
when Yoda was young.
I want a Star Wars series set in a part of the timeline nowhere, like literally nowhere near Vader, Palpatine, Luke, Leia, none of it. That's a Yoda story. Yoda was 900 when he died, so you know they weren't around. Years ago. I want it before Yoda. I want to see the Old Republic, or was it now the High Republic? I want to see that. I want to see way the fuck in the future, away from like 2,000 years before or 2,000 years after. That's what I want to see.
He trying to do it like Korra did Avatar, where everybody from the main story is about dead.
Oh, bro, don't even see. That brings me back to my original point with the networks. So I was talking about this last night with one of my mods, and the way that networks handle shows, some shows are a crime. So we're talking last night about Tron Uprising, which was a cartoon that came out in 2012. And it was supposed to be like a lead into Tron Legacy, the second movie, and how the bad guy came to power. And the way that Disney handled it is, yeah, like the first 10 episodes, primo primetime spot. But then out of nowhere, they're moving it to like Friday nights and Saturday nights at like 12:30 in the morning.
Right.
So they're not like they're bitching and complaining about not having any viewers, but yet they put it at 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. So who the fuck is going to watch it?
So on the same note, though, as you know, they're beating the Star Wars drum to death and all that stuff. I do have to admit that Mandalorian was very well done. But my question to you is, could Mandalorian be thrown in that same kind of pile of shows with the shitty ass ending? Because I'm going to be honest, you know, this is just my personal opinion. That whole Luke coming through with the bad CGI face and all that.
That shit was terrible.
Yeah, bro. That was bad. Okay.
So
like,
I can't.
I saw everybody said they wanted Sebastian Stan to do it because he looks just like him. Like, you could have done that.
I haven't.
It's 2021 and the CGI looked like worse than it like back in the 90s, bro. Like that was some. It's almost like they were like, oh shit, we forgot the CGI. And just did it in like 5 minutes and then just shoved it in there. Like just send it, go. Like you know, like fuck, man.
I haven't caught the Mandalorian yet because I'm still on burnout from how bad the last trilogy was. once
Mandalorian is really good.
well once
Honestly, I was hooked on it. Once I started, I was hooked on it. It's good.
Once the burnout finally subsides, I'm gonna check it out. But like episode 7, out of all the movies that Disney did, episode 7, or as I like to call it, A New Hope Part 2, because it's just the same exact fucking story.
A New Hope Redux.
Yeah, redo it. It was okay. But episode 8, The Last Jedi, trash. Rogue One, trash. Episode 9, trash. Solo, trash. Like, it's not even fucking like, it's not even the level of like, there's some redeeming qualities to it. There wasn't. So you're telling me I have a 2.5 hour movie, episode 8, where the majority, like 2 hours of this movie is literally the slowest fucking spaceship chase I have ever fucking seen. And half of that chase was they ran out of fuel. Sure did. Are we going to do anything? Nope. and then you got Superman Leia. Okay. Then you like the one thing that was in Last Jedi that was really good was the fight with Kylo Ren and Rey going ham on the Imperial guards.
That was pretty awesome, I have to admit.
That fight was awesome.
I saw that movie in theaters in Minnesota the weekend I went to go see the Vikings play.
Nice.
Yeah.
Minnesota.
Eh?
I went in December. That was a bad fucking move, bro. It was cold.
The hell were you thinking?
So
California born and bred gonna go to the coldest part of America short of Alaska.
Shit.
Watch a football game.
So we did
I was gonna die. I'd freeze to death, to be honest.
Shit. So we did like that was cool. And I spent so much time combing through Rogue One, combing through The Rise of Skywalker and Solo, trying to find some redeeming value in any of them. And it was just like, it was the definition of cheap cash in.
Dude, I fell asleep watching Solo like twice.
Dude,
Solo was very underwhelming.
The lead actor in this movie, in Solo, was so fucking terrible. They hired an acting coach to go on set to teach him how to act. The only reason why he got the part was because he kind of sort of vaguely maybe it looked like yeah, maybe kind of. But yeah, in chat, my paper chat goes, I watched the entire Star Wars content in timeline order at the beginning of the pandemic. And to be quite honest, that's probably the best way to watch it. There's another way to watch the Star Wars movies, and I'm not counting Rogue One or Solo because fuck them. You watch 4 and 5, then you go to 1, 2, and 3. So after you get the revelation of Luke's dad being Vader, you go back in time and you go through, hey, how did this happen? And then you go to 6, 7, 8, 9, or 6.
Here's what you do: you watch 4, 5, and 6, and call it a day.
But here's the thing though: with 1, 2, and 3, there are still a lot of redeeming values with it.
Jar Jar Binks makes my balls itch. His fucking voice, the way he talks, is just so fucking.
But bro, dude, it always has me just in tears when he goes, "Don't give up, Jar Jar. We just think of something. Ma give up." Dude, it always has me dead.
Yeah, listen.
Hate Jar Jar Binks.
The only Jar Jar Binks spinoff I want to see is the Jar Jar Binks show that was George Lucas's original design for him. The original design for Jar Jar Binks, and this is actually from Lucas's mouth, was that he was going to be a Sith. And I would have been okay with that.
They're like, someone that dorky can't be a bad guy. Sorry.
Well, no. The reason why it got, like, he went back on it was because he got so much shit for how bad Jar Jar was. And instead of going, well, he wrote 4, 5, and 6, we could give him the benefit of the doubt in episode 1. They just lambasted him, and then the entirety of episode 2 was just thrown out the window, where episode 2 was supposed to be Jar Jar as a Sith. And I would have been fucking okay with that, because the episode 2 that we got was a fucking dumpster fire.
Fuck Jar Jar Binks. Yeah, I said it.
Honestly, 4, 5, and 6 were really boring to me.
I think Darth Maul was enough of a badass character to keep my interest in the movie.
He was in it for all of 10 minutes, though. That's the part that kills me.
But like, dude, that lightsaber fight at the end, the 2-on-1, that shit's awesome.
Listen. Hold up. Awesome. I'm gonna date myself a little more. I seem to do this every episode now. When episode,
you're a dinosaur. It's okay. We still love you.
Yeah, well, you ain't that far behind me, asshole. Anyway, so episode 1 came out, and I actually convinced my dad and my mom to let me stay at home from school that day. And I saw it with a bunch of friends like 4 times. So first time I saw it, we like one group of my friends, we were in there, and yeah, the first part of the movie was so fucking boring. But the second that they went back to Naboo, that's holy shit, I can't believe I fucking forgot that. The second that they went back to Naboo and just shit was about to go down, that's where I just went, oh my god, they can do things. And on top of that, Liam Neeson was the sole bright spot of that movie.
And then I was pissed when he died.
Oh man, dude, I don't even.
Because the thing, and this ain't no spoiler because the movie's been out for a million years. Obviously he pretty much let himself. It's like he's like, I need to die to let Obi-Wan get his true potential. I don't know what the fuck the deal was, but the fact that he pretty much died on purpose, I was triggered.
Yeah,
I was like, this is some horse shit.
And that was, and
if you've seen the original trilogy, you know who dies and who doesn't.
Yeah,
right.
So, Darth Maul was completely fleshed out on the Clone Wars as well. Great character. Yes, but if you want a masterclass on how to make Darth Maul a good character, Star Wars Rebels.
Star Wars Rebels.
Yes, I think it was either the final season or the second to last season. Darth Maul versus Obi-Wan Part 2. It's a straight up samurai film. Like that fight, like you could literally put those two, like that fight, and take out Obi-Wan and Darth Maul and both lightsabers, put 2 samurai in from a Kurosawa film, done. It was over that fast. It was a fucking samurai duel, and it was great.
Damn.
And it was like at the end of the fight, like Darth Maul was like, you win, you're the better person. And it was just so fucking done great. Like the entire, like you find fucking Maul has a brother. Okay, that's new. You see all this different shit. And so like Rebels got so much shit from the beginning of the series because it was a show that was just so out there. It was different. But the Star Wars Rebels, the CG Clone Wars cartoon, the old school Clone Wars cartoon that was done by Genndy Tartakovsky, the same guy who did Powerpuff Girls, Dexter's Lab. I
enjoyed Clone Wars, the show, a lot. Actually, yeah. I really did.
He did a bunch of shorts that led up to episode. It was either led up to episode 3 or led up to episode 2. No, it was episode 3. It led into episode 3, and it was so well done. Like it was like 3 minutes each, and you just see fucking like things go crazy. And it was and you could see in Clone Wars the art style followed the art style of the cartoon, but done in 3D. It was so well put together. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I wish that there was more of the hand-drawn one. It was so good.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, man, dude, look, it should be on YouTube.
Now I'm just waiting for Disney to come along and just ruin Marvel for me, ruin the Avengers for me. Can't wait for that.
You know, but see, that's
so far. WandaVision has been good,
bro.
I
You
will give
are.
them that, but
I don't need that type of negativity in my life, bro. You
Dude,
you shut up, shut up. Take the good. Like I sat through that bullshit that was Iron Man 2 and Iron Man 3 to a certain extent, but I sat through that bullshit that was fucking Thor: The Dark World and Iron Man 2. And I was at that point where I was just like, fuck. And then,
I mean, if everything is done as well as WandaVision, then yeah, definitely that's a different. But
dude, I am so hyped for the end of WandaVision because we finally got some fucking answers this week, and I am so hyped for Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which is gonna start the week after WandaVision ends. I can't wait.
I'm just not a fan of the Falcon, man. Maybe it's just me. He's just so dorky. Like,
but that's the point.
Could have picked to replace you, for fuck's sakes. The Falcon, like.
But that's the point. That was the whole point, though. Like, yeah, they could have went with fucking Bucky, but Bucky's a fucking loose cannon. But
I don't know.
I actually I thought Falcon, Anthony Mackie, was a great antithesis to everything that was Steve Rogers. Like the partnership that those two had was on par to the partnership that was in the comics. Because like I will talk to everybody all day long about Marvel Comics because they are anybody can try and tell me otherwise, but they are the standard bearer on how to tell a good story in comic form. Period. You don't hear.
So who's your favorite person on the team then?
In Marvel, like Marvel Comics? Mm-hmm. I actually really enjoyed, I think it was Joe Quesada. He was the editor-in-chief for pretty much the new golden age of Marvel. Like when he was the one who put in motion essentially the events that you're seeing in WandaVision. So from Avengers Disassembled all the way through to Avengers versus X-Men. This is like 8 years of storytelling. It's all one, like every major event built off the last of it. So like Avengers Disassembled built House of M. Out of House of M and the aftermath of that, you got Civil War, Secret Invasion, so on and so forth, until you get the big blow off that is Avengers versus X-Men.
So wait, so your favorite character is the guy who drew the
comics? You're talking about the character? Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, favorite character, bro. Like, I didn't even think that was a fucking, like, argument. I thought I made that perfectly clear. Like,
oh, yeah, but for everyone who doesn't know you, you know, that's what the point of this is.
I mean, I'm only holding up a Captain America pop. But, I mean, that's just, like, my bias. It's just, like, my favorite, like, everybody has a favorite character for some comic, and automatically they're going to say, well, my favorite character's Wolverine, so obviously I like Marvel Comics more. My favorite character is Batman, so obviously DC is my favorite.
I'm a Spidey boy through and through, so.
Oh, yeah, man. Dude.
Always have been, always will be.
Spidey. I thoroughly implore you, like, I'll give you my login for Marvel Unlimited. If you haven't read it yet, read the main stories that lead up to Civil War and read Civil War. Like Spidey in that was like, that is like prime Spider-Man. Like that block of comics was Marvel literally firing on all cylinders with like rocket fuel.
Nice.
Like you could not, like that was like a time in comic shops where you couldn't get some of these comics. Like Civil War, you couldn't get those singles in store for weeks. And they're what was it? Issue 1 had like 5 or 6 reprints. Dude, it was insane. But yeah, man, I am a in order, it's Cap, Hulk, and I don't need, dude, I wish I had a favorite mutant. It would probably be like Nightcrawler or Colossus.
So you know I'm tired, man. I just had the stupidest thought for some reason when you said Hulk. It just fucking popped in my head. What if the Hulk's weakness was being tickled? Literally, he's this big strong motherfucker, just tickle. He's like, oh no, I can't handle
Y'all know
it.
when you scroll up through your timeline, you see them guys that ask the questions when they're high. Yeah, can I whip out this love seat versus the couch?
Dude.
I was just did.
Oh my god, dude! I don't know why that popped into my head, bro. It's just so funny.
So, paper chat again. My favorite Spider-Man comic is Superior Spider-Man. I will never get over Doc Ock making saving the city efficient. Low key, the death of Peter Parker. Oh, let me rephrase that. The death of Peter Parker and Doc Ock taking over Peter's body was such a trip. Like it was very nobody saw it coming. It was a very big surprise. I loved it, but a lot of people didn't get on it right away. But then they saw where the comic was going, and like Doc Ock was actually being a superhero. Doc Ock, a superhero.
I don't know what the hell y'all talking about. I was too poor for comics. I never got into them.
I wasn't really into that. Like any extra time I had growing up was spent playing games. Like if I had half an hour, it's like, do I beat a level or do I watch a show? Like I would pick the level every time. So I was never really big into like the shows, the comics, any of that, you know?
I did. I was a comic book nerd.
No shit about comic books, but I can whoop the shit out of Donkey Kong Country. I know that.
I don't know, man. I've watched you play that game.
Hey, look, man, it was 4:00 in the morning. I don't want to hear it. Fucking minecart madness.
It's 4:00 in the morning. Had a small controller. The dogs were barking. The sun was rising. I don't know.
Hey, hold on. Let's back up. You get a charger for that DS yet? Mr. No. I won't do the water temple. Shut up.
Hey, listen. There's a good point brought up in chat. Chester, I sat at Barnes and Noble and read the entire Superior Spider-Man arc. Okay, don't give me that bullshit about being poor. You can literally go to Barnes and Noble and read whatever the fuck you want.
How you getting there? How you getting there?
Fucking walk. Take a fucking cab. Bitch, get one of your older friends to drive you up there.
He missed the part about being poor. How the fuck you taking a cab with no money?
Hey, bitch. I actually heard of this new thing called the Shoelace Express.
I grew up in the hood. The mall was hours away by foot.
Damn, that sucks for you, man.
Yes, in the ghetto. One no Barnes and Noble next to the gun store or the liquor store.
Oh my god.
I'm done, dude.
All right, let's switch
geographical privilege off right now. I didn't have that.
Oh man, that is. So anyway, let's get on topic. The big thing for this week. So, actually, no, we have one more thing before we do that. So, apparently, there's a PSA that was put out by our own Irish Savage OOC. So,
it's something that's been brewing and bothering me at work for a while, and I finally just fucking snapped because it's like I just can't handle it anymore, man. So basically, this is an announcement from all Uber drivers to anyone who takes a fucking Uber, okay? It's really simple. Wear your fucking masks, okay? And I'm not talking like people don't wear the mask at all, but this is what they do. They walk up to my car. I go, do you have a mask? They go, yeah. Then they open the door, get in the car, put their seatbelt on, go, and then they put their mask on. And I'm just, dude, I just can't. Like, am I less of a human being than anyone else? Like, hey, bro, you'd wear your fucking mask to the bank. You'd wear it to the grocery store. You'd wear it to your fucking 8-hour shift at Wendy's. So why the fuck won't you wear it in my car? Okay? Am I just some chauffeur robot that doesn't, my life doesn't matter? Like, for fuck. So I'm just going to start locking the doors and be like, mask first. I ain't even letting you in this car unless your mask is over your fucking face because I'm sick of it.
I mean, that's what I would do.
Sucks.
It's dude, like I said, it happens so much. Every time you got a mask, yeah. Well, put it on then. Like,
can you put that like in your like when you're on your way to get them? Can you be like, make sure you got your mask on? Like I'm on the way.
Yeah, like you can send texts and stuff, but like even Uber, they send out alerts all the time. You must sit in the back seat, must wear a mask, must this, and it's just like, yeah, dude, I've gotten to the point where I have no problem just driving away from people that are trying to act a fool. Dude. I will. You could be reaching for my door handle, and I'll just fucking just drive off. I don't care. Like, but
I mean,
just
shit.
something about me specifically, like, oh, it's just an Uber. It's just an Uber. I don't have to wear my mask. It's only an Uber. Fuck him, right? Like, I just snapped last night. I couldn't handle it no more.
No, wait, did you actually go off on somebody?
Sort of.
Oh, damn.
Like I said that basically that whole thing verbatim. I was like, come on, bro, you'd wear it. You'd wear your fucking mask to the grocery store, the bank, 100 other places. Why the fuck wouldn't you wear it in my car, bro? Like, I don't get it. Like
why are you trying to infect me? Like, what did I do? I don't even know you.
Dude, that ain't fucking cool at all.
So like, yeah, maybe I just
I do like Enemy said. I wouldn't even open the car till you. Hey, put your mask on.
Yeah, exactly. On? Yeah. And this
I'm gonna let you in. Just put your mask on.
I drove away from this one couple. In fact, it was hilarious. So the girl basically tried to bypass me and like not even ask me. So she had a mask, her boyfriend didn't, which already blows my mind because I picked them up from a bar. So I'm like, how are you at a bar, a public place with no mask to begin with? But that's a different thing. So she completely like, I'm like, you guys got masks? She goes, I have mine. And he goes, oh, I can't find mine. Instead of asking me, hey, I'm really sorry. Is it okay? No, she looks past me to her boyfriend and goes, oh, babe, it's fine. Just pull your coat up like this. And I literally laughed in her face. I went, he ain't getting in here without a mask. No, sorry, you don't write the rule book, honey. Bye. Man, just fucking drove off. Like, fuck you.
Suck on these nuts, like, bitch.
How are you at a bar, a public place with no mask?
They didn't even let you in without a mask.
That's what I'm saying. How is this even happening right now? Like, dude, I've had it with people, bro. They're driving me nuts.
Dude, fuck that. I know.
You're angry because you don't want people to kill you. That's just like, bruh.
Dude,
yeah, I don't know. Something about wearing the mask too has made me feel like more brave. So I'm like talking more shit to people. Like, I don't know, just like this one guy.
You're getting old.
You can text each other on the app, right? So I'm heading to pick this guy up, and he sends me a text, and it says, "Hey man, we have 5. Is that okay?" First of all, I'm not even supposed to have 4. I'm only supposed to allow people in the back seat. So they have 2 more people than I'm allowed. I didn't write back anything except LOL. I just put LOL, and then I ended the ride. I canceled it.
I wasn't aware that people try to get over on Uber like that.
I don't, like I said, for some reason, people just look at me like I'm not a human being. I'm just some kind of self-driving car with a robot face. I don't know, but
beep bop boop.
Yeah, seriously.
So does that mean does that officially make you a does that officially make you a bot?
I guess.
Like, is the joke finally real? Can we not make the joke anymore?
He's a drive bot.
Yeah, man.
Oh man, so
kills me.
So this Uber PSA is brought to you by Irish Savage OOC. This PSA is not paid for nor sponsored by the Enemy Base Podcast. Thank you.
Wear your fucking mask.
I already feel better just getting that off my chest. I really do. I'll be so much more pleasant to my riders tonight, you know? Like
all right.
Yeah. The moral of the story is wear your fucking mask, please.
Yeah, dude. Like, that's the thing is the fact that people have had this team me instead of team we attitude is the reason we're not past this. You know, I don't want to get into the whole pandemic thing, but that's the reason why we're not past this in the first place, man. If people would just wear your mask and just kind of do what you're told and be a team player, like, fuck, man, we'd already be so much further along.
Yep.
And it's just people fight tooth and nail. Yeah, exactly. You're infringing my rights, making me wear a mask. Like, are you that much of a fucking pussy? You can't wear a half an inch of cloth over your face for 5 minutes while you're in my car. Like, come on, man.
Ooh,
like,
you called him a pussy. I'm telling. Ooh. Anyway.
So anyway, yeah, I feel better.
All right, excellent. So, meanwhile, the beef of the episode is what we've been talking about. Well, I've been kind of hinting at for the last hour ish. So BlizzCon Online was this past weekend, and if you really want, I said it before, if you really want a lesson in corporate jargon, not like saying a whole lot but not telling you a damn thing, watch the opening ceremony of BlizzCon Online from Friday. J. Allen Brack is the absolute worst.
Or the best.
No, the worst.
The fact that he can talk that long about nothing, that's a skill in itself.
He just likes to hear himself talk, apparently.
I mean, it's literally like the useless information for everyday life. Like my personal favorite, Wow, 30 years. That's a lot of years.
Wait, WoW's been out for how long?
What Blizzard in
Blizzard.
general?
Oh,
Like this year,
I was like, world, I'm that old? No way, that shit came out when I was
Nah.
2.
now Blizzard is celebrating their 30th anniversary this year, and literally the opening line, wow, 30 years. That's a lot of years. Like,
I would have just turned it off right there, bro.
I mean, I would have, but I had to put a show together for today, and I kind of figured that this would be it. I didn't realize.
I need fuel for the fire.
Dude, I didn't realize that this was gonna be like, there's gonna be so much from so little from so much. So, I just didn't get it. I honestly did not understand it. But here we are. Here we fucking are. So, we're gonna start with WoW, mainly because I don't know exactly how I'm gonna tackle Overwatch, so I'm gonna think about it as I'm going through WoW. So, in the first big news is that the Twisting Corridors is DOA already, because the big thing that everybody should have that would have done the Twisting Corridors for doesn't fucking matter anymore, because mounts are going to be available in the Maw starting at 9.1.
I thought it was only one part though, not the whole Maw.
The whole Maw.
Oh, well, fuck it then.
So
give me that mount for free.
Exactly. So
you tell me all I gotta do is wait and I'll get it for free, bet. Like,
yeah,
that's pretty much how WoW has been for the last like 5 expansions.
I've actually heard that. It might have even been from you, Jed. You said the game now, based to where it was even 4 or 5 years ago, it's like easier to level, it's easier to quest.
Oh, it's easy
it's
mode.
Almost, it's almost like it holds you, kind of babies you, holds your hand.
Yeah,
you know, like
it literally does. They homogenize the fuck out of the game to get more people into it.
Which kind of makes sense, because as someone who tried WoW and isn't a player of it, it's very overwhelming. So many little things to click on, spells to read, little hotkeys and shit. Like if you don't know what you're doing, it could be overwhelming.
Yeah, but the thing is though, with WoW, the subscriber count has dropped so much that no matter what they do, they're never going to get back to where they were. The only way that they're going to get back to where they were is keep doing shit like WoW Classic or the Burning Crusade Classic, which is coming out. You got to give the people the content what they want. You went out of your way to shut down private servers for WoW that did things like Classic, that did things like that stayed up the Burning Crusade or the Wrath of the Lich King. So when you go out of your way to take those away from people, you have to do something, anything, to make people want to play your game again. This was it. Like, retail's been a cesspool of bullshit for years. 100%. Whether it's bad storytelling like in BFA, whether it's just entire patches of content just disappearing and getting the selfie cam. Whether it's an expansions that go start one way, then take a sharp left turn somewhere else. Mists of Pandaria, Warlords of Draenor, Legion, kind of. Like it stayed on the same trajectory. It was there. Like, you knew that the end result was going to be you're going against Sargeras at some point in some way. Have fun. Don't die. So, and then you got BFA where it's, no, there's no old gods. No, there's no old gods. Oh, there's a little bit of old god influence. Oh, by the way, here's N'Zoth.
Now, this is kind of an ignorant question, but since I don't play it, have they changed the subscription price over the years at all, or has it stayed the same? So it's $15 a month, right?
Yes, sir.
Now that was always the go-to excuse for me not playing WoW is, hey, I can get 3 years worth of Xbox Live for the same price as 1 year of WoW. Like,
yeah.
Well, now they have it where you can pay for it with in-game gold. So that makes it a little easier.
Okay. Yeah. See, that was my thing. Is like, I'm not going to pay $15 a month when Xbox Live is like $9.99 or $5.99 or whatever the hell it was.
It's $15 now. Xbox Live ain't shit.
Well, when you got a best friend like mine who's like, I got us 2 years worth of gold with Game Unlimited Plus for $2.
Oh well, damn, you got the hookup.
Dude, he is. Oh my, you don't understand. The king of the Jews. Let's just put it that way.
Whoa, 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 whoa. We like to call that king of the frugal people. So the twisting corridors dead. No reason to do that anymore for now. There's an entire new area of the mall that looks like a jungle. So we're actually going to get varying like biomes of places besides death and rocks.
So let me ask you guys, as both WoW players, what is it that keeps you coming back to the game? Then is it the is it that you want to finish the storyline? Is it the characters? Like, what is it that keeps drawing you back to it?
I hate my life.
Honestly, it feels like habit.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a job.
A bunch of my friends that quit playing, they all came back for Shadowlands, so I started running with them again.
But then have they all dropped off again and stopped playing it again, or
it's trending that way?
Okay, because I was gonna say, like, when Shadowlands came out, a lot of you guys on Twitch were, jumping into the WoW train big time, and now it seems like I rarely see any of you guys playing it anymore.
Nope.
I play it offline. If I play it, I play it offline. I haven't touched WoW on stream in about a month.
Is it one of those games that you kind of can like relax? You don't have to you can just kind of shoot the shit, not really have to think about it too much. Kind of just go through the motions.
Like if I'm like out in the world and I'm doing like I'm gathering shit for blacksmithing or herbalism or whatever, then I could talk, shoot the shit. I could literally record a podcast while talking to you guys because it's literally just
just going through the motions.
Yeah,
because the only game that I've ever played that was kind of that way was Diablo 2. Same thing. I could run the Diablo raids and the Bale runs over and over and over and over for hours on it, and just I loved playing that game.
They also announced Diablo 2 Remastered.
No.
Remaster though.
No. Here's the problem. Here is the problem with Diablo 2 Remastered. Warcraft 3 Reforged exist. There's your problem. The fact that Blizzard is going to, I will bet $1,000 on this. Blizzard is going to do the same thing to Diablo 2 that they did to Warcraft 3. When Diablo 2 Remastered comes out, they're going to force you to rebuy the game because the old game is going to be they're just going to take it off servers.
Right.
Yeah, they deactivated it, didn't they?
Yep, they deactivated Warcraft 3, and if you have Warcraft 3, you automatically got Warcraft 3 Reforged. Like it was, you had no say in the matter. You have no way to go, I want to keep this. No. Oh, nay. You fucked. The only way to play Warcraft 3 is if you have the original discs. And even then, you cannot play it on Battle.net anymore because they deactivated Battle.net for it.
Man, that's crazy.
Yep. And they are going to probably end up doing the same thing for it. And all of this remastered bullshit that we were supposed to get, like in Warcraft 3 Reforged, we're supposed to get all new, like the cinematics were all supposed to be redone. We were supposed to get brand new cinematics. The storyline was supposed to be more coherent to what is current in WoW, which is the whole reason why Warcraft 3 Reforged was a thing. None of it happened. When it launched, it was literally a skeleton game. You got the base Warcraft 3, you got the expansion, that was it. All the outside bullshit that you were supposed to get, like remastered cinematics, actually it was supposed to be redone cinematics. We got the same cinematics as it was in Warcraft 3 with no detail, like no touch up at all.
Nope.
They fucked you. If you bought that game, you got fucked.
Yeah, I think they called it was Warcraft 3 Refunded. Was the new title?
Yeah, it was literally the meme title for that literally was Warcraft 3 Refunded.
That's actually pretty goddamn funny.
Yeah. So that happened. They in the same vein as Karazhan and Mechagon, there's going to be a broker mega dungeon. Flying is now instead of being tied to a bullshit achievement list. It's literally just do the Covenant quest line, you get flying.
So glad. Tired of fucking Pathfinder.
But here's the thing: on top of all of the Covenant rewards that they showed, on top of all of the on top of the cinematic that they actually did show, but once again, it was, we're going to show you something, but we're not going to show you anything. So we got the cinematic, the King's Morn cinematic, which is what I pointed you to on Saturday, Dreaded. So we got that. We got the announcement of the Sanctum of Domination raid. We got a bunch of announcements. We got a PowerPoint presentation, but we have zero fucking video. We got zero, hey, this is what it's going to look like. We have nothing. And
man, you got me excited for Diablo 2 Remaster for all of 45 seconds. And then
You're-
you shit on it.
you're welcome. No, but that's the thing though. It's like, I'm trying to look at it objectively. And if I wanted the podcast to be a shill for Blizzard or Activision, EA or whatever, yeah, sure. I'll suck the dick for a little bit and be like, hey, give us free shit. Fuck that. Fuck it. I want people to know like what you're getting into. I want people to know that Blizzard, ever since they got absorbed into Activision, is a pile of horse shit.
Well, I think that's the best part of this podcast is like that we're not afraid to be honest and give
Yeah.
our opinions, even though we know our opinions aren't always gonna, sync up.
100%.
But that that is, if everyone had the same opinion about everything, how boring would that be?
Yawn.
But anyways, on that note, boys, I do have to get going to eat dinner and head to work. But a pleasure as always.
All right, homie.
I will see you guys next week, I'm sure.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for having me. Dreaded. Have a good night. See you guys later.
All right, homie. Catch you later. Okay, we need to fix this just a little bit.
What's up?
I need to fix your the camera just a smidge.
Oh, yeah, I see what it did. Ugh.
Yeah.
I'm widescreen now.
Dude, am I really gonna have? You know what? Fuck it. We're doing it this way.
Do it live.
We're doing it this way. So that's the problem with. Back to what I was saying. That's the problem with Activision, and that's the problem with Blizzard. They don't do things right. They do things to make the most money. And I understand that that's a thing. I understand that that's something that companies do. That's how companies stay in business. They find ways to make money. But it doesn't help when it's welcome to the dreaded base. That's the problem with Blizzard. That's the problem that Blizzard has gotten since they got absorbed with Activision. And you can see it from Cataclysm forward, where there's been a fundamental change. That's why Metzin's not there anymore. That's why Ghostcrawler isn't there anymore. That's why Ian Hazakostas has been in charge of WoW, and it's literally a dumpster fire. Anytime a new patch comes out, you're literally playing Russian roulette with, is this patch going to be good, or is this the patch that drives me to not play this game anymore?
Yeah, you know how I've been feeling here recently, even with all the new stuff. I think Shadowlands is gonna be the last expansion I buy here. Like, I've been playing this game for 12 fucking years, and it's not getting any better.
No, it isn't.
Like, Shadowlands is alright and all, but it's like it's too little, too late.
You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong.
And I almost wish I didn't buy Shadowlands now that I've, because it ain't like there's no demo, there's no practice. You can't just try it out and be like, nah, this ain't for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, this might be the last expansion I buy, because it might be time to cut the cord and let WoW go.
Yes, sir.
12 years is a long fucking time, bro. To be playing one game.
I mean, you're never gonna hear me say no to that. Like, straight up, it's a dumpster fire, bro. I've said it numerous times. It's a dumpster fire.
I'm over it.
Would be fucking right. So am I. And I'll never understand it. I will never understand how Blizzard does these things. And yeah, there are some things that are really cool. There are some things that really make a lot of sense that I would love to do. Like, I would love to get into. It's just a question of, is this even possible? Come on. Anyway, so we're just gonna go with the rest of this black screen for now because I don't feel like fucking with it anymore.
Always bet on black.
Sure. But we just got a slideshow. We didn't get any actual footage of how things are gonna be. So we're getting 9.0.5 is supposed to drop in March. I can almost feel like we're not gonna get 9.1 until September. That's how far away I think we are. And if that goes on for that long, then what's the fucking point? What is like we already only have one raid for this tier. We have the smallest amount of dungeons that has ever been like at a full patch release. I would love to get somebody from Blizzard to explain the theory of less is more, when obviously less is not more, less is even less. It's rough. It's fucking rough. But yeah, so that said, after that, the fiasco that was WoW, Overwatch wasn't even a presentation in the opening ceremony. One of the few games that are keeping Blizzard afloat right now, and they couldn't even give 10 full minutes to the game in the opening ceremony, which is where you're supposed to announce things, announce something, announce anything. But all of this stuff was relegated to the behind the scenes presentation. So we got a better look at Sojourn, which she has a fucking railgun for a hand. I'm kind of on board with that. We have new looks for McCree, Pharah, Widow, and Reaper. A sneak peek-ish into the redesign for Soldier and Moira. They revealed Rome in New York, which I'm not gonna lie, Rome in New York look absolutely phenomenal. The updated UI for it looks clean as shit. I'm thoroughly excited for how the game is going to look. I'm excited for the game. I just wanted something, a cinematic. Give us a follow-up to Zero Hour from last BlizzCon. Give us fucking lore for Zen or lore for any of the fucking characters that have no lore. Symmetra, fucking Zarya, you name it. Give us something to work with. Give us something to look forward to. We're looking at a year, bare minimum, of no characters, no maps, no major content drops for a game that is now essentially dead in the water until Overwatch 2 comes out. And I'm still not convinced, after all the stuff that they showed, that Overwatch 2 is literally going to be an overlay for the original Overwatch. They went above and beyond to say that there's like, this is going to be a full game release. This is going to have all the content that you can ask for. But are they really? That's the problem. I
don't know. I didn't get into Overwatch much. I only played it when y'all played.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's the problem. Like that's the thing with Blizzard. You never know what is going to happen. And when you have that feeling, it's supposed to be like, oh man, what are they going to do? This last thing was so great. This has to be better. Instead, we get, it has to be better than what we got. I don't understand it. And that's fucking long and short of it, man. Like I have a talk with Dole, my mod for the channel, and unless I'm mistaken, we're pretty much in the same boat. Like we're pretty much playing Overwatch because it's a chore at this point. just like playing WoW is a job. Like, there's really nothing that is giving us any hope to want to stick around and play what's further. Like, Overwatch was a great game 5 years ago when it came out. There hasn't been enough to keep us involved. The seasonal events that come out have the same shit year after year. And this was the first year that they gave any variance to the game modes that come out for each event. And even then, it's like, really? We're just going to get like a fucking barrier in the middle of the Lucio Bowl arena? Like, what? And then we got more in the opening ceremony for Diablo Immortal, the mobile game for Diablo. Than we did with Overwatch. That goes to show where Blizzard's priorities are. They have a moneymaker in the Overwatch League, despite the viewership being down. It makes money hand over fist. People buy fucking Overwatch tokens to buy the Overwatch League skins. They buy fucking loot boxes out the asshole in every seasonal event to get the new skins that come out, or to get gold to buy skins that are already there. I don't understand it. And am I boring you, sir?
No. I told you I'm under the weather, bro.
I don't give a shit.
Of course.
Nut up, cupcake. Nut up, cupcake.
I am nut up. You see me sitting here, though.
But yeah, on that note, we're gonna bounce out. Everyone that's live, I'm gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna use the bathroom because I drank 2 of these, and after that, I'm not sure.
Duncan need to sponsor your ass, bro.
Right. So on that note,
hold on, look. See, I'm talking shit though, but hold up. What am I drinking?
Yeah.
Suck
we need a
my
sponsorship by
ass.
Duncan.
Suck my ass, asshole.
Can we get Duncan to sponsor the Enemy Based podcast? Can we
shit, bro? Can you imagine? This episode of the Enemy Based podcast is brought to you by the espresso machine that Duncan put in my apartment. Shit, that would be amazing. So anyway, on that note, I'm gonna go ponder the ability of me getting a Duncan sponsorship. On that note, for Irish, who's currently probably en route to his first pickup, and for Dreaded, who is up there in the corner. See you next week, guys.
Peace.